Over 1 lakh kgs of batter that can make 2.5 million idlis. That's how much batter Bengaluru-based ID Fresh Food churns out daily. In under 2 decades, the ready-to-cook brand has made its way into the kitchens in many of our homes, sitting next to products of much older, larger brands. Founder PC Mustafa and several of his family members had started ID Fresh in 2005 with a small kitchen in Bengaluru. Today, its products are available in 44 cities across India and the UAE, and even in the US. From idli and dosa batter, ID Fresh later expanded its menu to add ready-to-cook parathas and chapatis, coffee decoction, and even dairy products such as paneer and curd. And while ID Fresh is now seeing big players such as MTR fight for shelf space when it comes to batter, the company itself is taking on giants like Amul in the dairy category. Apart from its preservative-free and fresh products, what has helped ID Fresh become popular is also its innovative packaging, some of which the company has also patented. It recently got a lot of attention for its newly launched butter stick that can help spread butter just like you would apply glue to paper. ID Fresh's business model and innovation has also been the subject of case studies at premier academic institutes. The company has also attracted investors like Wipro founder Azim Premji's investment arm. In this episode of The Morning Brief, I sit down with ID Fresh Food founder and CEO PC Mustafa to dip into the company's journey from batter to butter. I'm your host Mugdha Warrior. It's Friday, the 3rd of November, and you're listening to Idlis and Innovation with ID Fresh. PC, thank you so much for joining us, and congrats on the launch of some exciting new products.
Thanks a lot.
And over the past few years, you've launched a different range of products, but you're still pretty much known as the Idli Dosa Batter Company. How do you take that? Do you want to move away from that brand and that tag, or are you comfortable being known as the batter brand?
Until 2011, we were Bangalore-based batter company. One city, one product. In the last 12 years, we have launched multiple products in multiple cities. So today, batter is only 1/3 of my revenue. In fact, 40% of revenue is coming from batter. And other products like parathas, chapatis, paneer, coffee contributes the remaining part of the revenue. I don't mind me being tagged as the Idli Dosa Batter Company. In fact, the brand ID stands for identity, not for Idli Dosa. But some consumers think it is Idli Dosa. It doesn't matter. As long as they remember the brand name, the brand ID, I'm comfortable with it.
Now, you said that batter contributes about 40%.
Yeah.
Your parotas have really taken off and they contribute a significant percentage.
Yeah.
And of course, you're now also very strong in dairy. You're growing very fast in dairy. Can you just talk to us about your journey in dairy, especially taking on the likes of Amul? And now you've also launched your butter product. Can you just start from there? How is that doing?
So the paratha now contributes around 30% of revenue. Our dairy will be a 20% revenue contribution this year. And in fact, we will be 100 crore business in dairy this year. Now, coming to your question on the butter stick. Now, butter stick was a very innovative idea from us. And we launched it. It was already sold out in the market. The first batch is already sold out. We are now doing the second batch production. I don't think I'm here to compete with the likes of Amul for butter, and I don't think I can do it. They have the strongest backend, and we are good at innovation. They are good at product. So we have very good innovative packaging done already. I would aspire customers to buy ID butter stick once, refill it with Amul.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it because of the difference in the product?
So the product wise, that product is much better. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Right? And Amul product is very, very good.
Okay.
But then, they don't innovate. We have a very innovative packaging. So buy me once and then refill with whatever you want.
So you're happy with that?
I'm happy
as
with
long
it.
as the brand is visible. Okay, so you're saying that you may not be able to take on Amul in the butter.
I don't want to.
You don't want to. So you're not going to go very aggressively with the butter product.
But no, we're not at all. It's an innovative product we launched, and we just limited there.
Okay, so
And
it'll be a limited product.
it's a limited edition product for customers to make or use butter easily at home, right? Which butter they love, let them buy, whether it's Amul or something else.
And then you can just
Yeah,
fill
they
it
can
up.
refill it with in our butter stick. Coming back to the dairy will be a 100 crore business for us this year, and that's coming from paneer and curd. Only these two products. Paneer, we have a very differentiated product made with buffalo milk in Maharashtra belt and made with lemon concentrate, not with synthetic acid, and that is a much better product and all natural. That is helping us to build a very strong brand. So again, we are not competing with the likes of Amul there, right? We are 10-15% premium to those products, but there are customers and loving this product because its quality is much better and it's all natural.
Okay. I have tried the ID Paneer product. It is definitely creamier.
Yes.
And you said because it's made of buffalo milk,
yes.
it's differentiated as well. But then, of course, the pricing is also, like you said, it's at a premium.
Yeah.
So then is that something that will affect how fast you grow your market share in this category?
So as I mentioned earlier, right, a non-dairy player doing 100 crore revenue is not an easy game. We already have achieved it and miles to go.
Okay. So you're happy with the product?
I am happy with the pace because it's a much better product and the right proposition and making profits.
Okay.
Right. Because making money in dairy is not easy, and that is our focus as well. We are focused on both the product quality, growth as well as profitability.
Like you said, Amul, of course, has its strong supply chain and back end. How are you going about your back end for your dairy product?
We work with the contract manufacturers
to
source the right quality milk, of course, with all the tests done, and then we work with them for conversion as well and get the final product made available in all the markets that we operate today. Our paneer is doing very well in Delhi.
Okay.
There's a reason for it, right? Of course, Delhi, if I'm able to sell paneer in Delhi, it's like selling batter in Bangalore, in Chennai.
Correct.
So we are quite successfully selling paneer in Delhi because of the quality of the product.
Okay. Coming to the butter stick and the innovation part of it. Now, it definitely, caught a lot of attention with the fact that it's such an easy to use product. And we're wondering why we haven't had this in the market. How do you go about this innovation? And more importantly, do you patent a lot of these innovations like you've done with your, the vada packaging and now with this?
So vada packaging, of course, is patented. We have a patent number for it. We got the patent as well. Whereas butter stick, I don't think we'll get patent. The butter stick idea is just a copycat of the Fevi stick, right?
But for edible products.
But for edible products.
But then how do you go about building these innovations? And do you have that in mind that I want to patent a lot of what I'm creating and, be the leader in
so creating patent is, I don't think our plan is to create many patents. As an entrepreneur, my role is to look around, identify customer pain points, solve it for them using common sense. And that's what we do with every product that we innovate. Whether it is the batter as it is, batter packaging as it is. I'm sure you would have used my batter packaging, which is a boat-shaped packaging where you can use it as a vessel.
Correct.
So those innovations came because we identified customer pain points.
Right.
When we launched coffee decoction, when we launched coffee decoction bottle as a product, right, which is again squeeze, measure and pour. Butter stick, vada 2.0, all of them came from identifying customer pain points, and there could be some opportunities, right, to innovate. Let me just share one such experience with you. Few years ago, in 2012-13 time, we were getting a lot of customer complaints, and the customer complaint was there were cockroach in the batter. Cockroach in the batter was something not possible at all from the ID factory, because we used to maintain, even though we were small setup at that time, we used to maintain the factory like an operation theatre. There was no way the cockroach could come into batter. Even if somehow cockroach come into batter, if it goes through grinding process, you know what happens, right? But there were cases wherein full cockroach was found in the batter. We observed customer issues, identified these pain points. Of course, this was not acceptable, right? But then we learned that the cockroach was not coming from the factory. Cockroach was actually coming from the stores. So what was happening is the batter is very sticky. So when the batter is kept next to vegetables, the dead cockroaches get stuck on the batter pack. Customers, while making dosa or idli, they transfer cut the pouch, transfer it to a vessel, right? While transferring, you know what happens, right? All the mud particles as well as cockroaches fall into the batter. Customers think it has come from ID batter. We try to educate customers to wash the pouch before they use. They won't. We finally thought we should find a solution for it. And then, why would a customer need to transfer the content into a vessel? Why can't the package itself be a vessel? So the easiest thing was to develop that, the container tub kind of packaging. But tub kind of packaging won't work for batter because of the fermentation issues. We tried, so that failed. Then we came up with this transformer pouch, wherein the package is a pouch during transit and storage. It has got a ziplock. When you open the ziplock, it transforms itself into a vessel. So customers can use the pouch as a vessel directly. It did three things for us. It solved a major customer concern. I have not received cockroach complaints after that.
It's definitely more hygienic
Yes, it's
use.
Yeah, very hygienic to use. Customers don't have to transfer, so there is no more cockroaches falling into the vessel or mud particles falling into the vessel. Second, as mentioned, it is very easy to use, very hygienic to use. Resealing and reuse, everything is easy. Third, that packaging has become my poster boy. So there are other players copying that, but for the brand ID, that packaging has become the poster boy. That's
but
my
you didn't
hero.
Try to patent that.
It is patented.
That is patented.
It's patented. The packaging is patented, but then people make minor changes and get away with.
So you've had any issues where you've thought that somebody's blatantly copied your exact design and used it?
There are many.
So you're not
So
acting on that?
some of them we send legal notice.
Okay.
And they change it. But
Okay.
you know how they will find way to come out. That's okay.
Tweaks. Okay. So there have been copycats
Yeah.
of your product. So you've patented your vada packaging, your transformer pouch for batter.
Yeah.
And any other patents?
We have patented our paratha machines and the batter processing technology.
Interesting. So you have a lot of IP sitting within ID as well. Given that you are so focused on innovation, right,
Yeah.
over the past few years, and apart from, of course, the products that you're launching, will you look at new businesses itself in terms of, right now you're in the ready-to-cook segment. Would you get into the cooked food segment itself?
We don't have plan to launch our own QSR at this stage, but we work with the partners to make the products available to customers, ID branded products available to them as a finished product. For example, we will supply our paratha and paneer to a partner like Zepto. Through Zepto Cafe, they will finish the product, make a paneer roll, brand it as ID paratha paneer roll, and make it available for the customers.
Okay,
that's-
so we'll
that's
get
coming
a
soon.
ID cooked product very soon.
Coming soon, but again, we have no plans to get into the QSR business at this
Okay.
stage, but we will make those products available to customers through those platforms.
Well-
Testing it with Zepto first.
Okay.
If everything goes smooth in Mumbai, if everything goes smooth, we will make it available for other markets as well.
And so far, you've been a B2C product. You wanted to help people at home cook easily,
Yes.
make dosas and idlis easily. Are you also looking at the B2B segment where you could supply, to the Horeca segment, given that you have such big production facilities now?
Yeah, so we do have very limited number of B2B customers today, and that is B2B is not our area focus area at all today. But we are now working with few partners, potential partners, to make something like a made with ID or ID inside available. So in stores you will be able to get a ID idli or ID chutney. In fact, we don't have a chutney in the market today. We are planning to launch a chutney soon, and those products will be made available to you as a finished product through the QSR platforms.
Cool.
We will supply the base products. They will convert and make it available for you with ID branding.
Okay. So you do definitely want the ID branding in
Yeah, yeah.
QSR products. Why you may not want to?
Yeah, every partnership, we want to look at a strategic partnership with a brand partnerships as well, brand collaboration as well.
Okay. You talked about the chutney product. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's been something that customers, I think, will be waiting for because
Yes,
they've having your dosas and idlis for a long time.
Hopefully, it will be made available soon in the market.
But that's also a very competitive market. A lot of players in this category again, right? So how do you look to break into a new category?
Few things that we have done at ID. One, we have a great set of customers who trust the brand ID. So we have created a very loved and trusted brand that way today, which is very clean label. Second, we have great retail network to make the products available. And most importantly, for a fresh food product, you know, to have a direct retail distribution platform. We have today 600 vans with around 1,000 plus salesmen going to every store every day in around 40,000 outlets and replenish the stock, make the fresh products available. And this whole thing is driven by technology. This is my biggest asset today. Of course, brand is a very important asset, but self-owned distribution platform is my biggest asset. Until like 10 years ago, if you had asked me what is ID, I would say ID is a batter company. And until like few years ago or 3-4 years ago, if you had asked me this question, ID is a fresh food company. But today, proudly I can tell you, ID is one of the best fresh food distribution platform in the world to make the fresh products available every store every day. We are the best supply chain platform today for a direct retail, which means many other products can ride on this platform now.
Will you open it up to other players as well?
So the phase one is we will launch our own products in this platform. At a later stage, we might open it up for others as well.
Okay.
We are looking at for some kind of a co-branded partnership as well with some other platforms, some other products here.
So other brands and other companies can ride on your distribution network.
One day in future, yes.
Okay. Distribution was a challenge when you entered the US, right? When you first entered the US.
Still a challenge.
It's still a challenge. So what is different there in that market? What were the learnings? And now you plan to relaunch into that market. So how will you do it differently?
So the one thing which worked for us is to set up our own distribution platform. Wherever we tried to partner with somebody external, we had its own challenges. So maybe when we relaunch ID products in the market, we will look at some kind of mix of both. So setting up a distribution platform in US, across US is not going to be easy. So we'll probably look at mix of both. In some key cities, we might look at our own, and some markets we might look at partnership.
You know, over the last few years, there has been this trend of D2C, and of course, quick commerce has taken off, right?
Yes.
Can you just talk to me about the different channels and how much you're selling through these different channels, say quick commerce, compared to, say, a legacy big basket kind of a player, you know, where you have a planned purchase?
See, you need to look at the customer pain point, right? I was talking to my wife, and she gave me a very interesting insight. While having lunch today, her mind share now goes to what to make for breakfast tomorrow, right? She may not start working on it, but mind share goes for that.
Because you have to plan a few things, order a few things.
So, when ID batter came into the market, she didn't have that pain point, but she had to ensure that the batter is made available in the refrigerator throughout the day, right? QCOM coming in, that pain point is gone. She doesn't have to plan that. She can plan anytime. Let's say tomorrow morning, get up, order on Zepto or Swiggy, 10 minutes, delivered, ID batter delivered, right? Make fresh idli dosa at home easily. That was the right proposition for a customer. Clean label, fresh product, no compromise. Second,
easy
availability. These two together was the right proposition. In fact, if you look at for many of the QCOM platforms, we were the poster boy, right? They said ID products available, ID batter available on this platform, and that's how they also build their brand. I think today's QCOM is almost 1/3 of my business today,
including offline.
Everything put together, 1/3 is coming from QCOM now.
Which are some of the brands that are catching your eye for something that they are doing well, they are doing differently?
There are many players. I have noticed Epigami is one such player that I love. right? Fresh to Home is another brand that I quite like. Delicious, of course, right? I like the business models. Whole Truth on other way.
yes.
Yeah, it's another, again, great offering.
So there are a lot of these health conscious brands
Yes.
also coming up. Are you looking at those? You also started
Yes.
Ragi.
All our products are 100% clean label. We started this
Absolutely.
fight, a war, 15 years ago.
Against preservatives,
Against preservatives,
any,
yeah.
right? No, but also products that a lot of fitness conscious
healthier,
people
yeah. The
use,
millets, yeah.
the millets,
Yeah.
and
So, of course, we had evaluated some of the products. In fact, we had launched some of those products. It didn't do well in the market. We might look at relaunching it.
okay, so
as
it
an
didn't do
appropriate.
well at that point, but
Yeah.
you
Maybe
you
it
think
was
that
too early.
Okay, interesting. And marketing has been a very serious focus area for ID, right?
Yeah.
You have been very strong in branding, marketing, packaging, of course, definitely. But you've also spent a lot on this over the past couple of years. And in
Yes.
fact, I think in FY22, your losses rose in some part because of your spend on marketing,
Yes.
advertisements, etc. Will you be kind of curtailing that going forward? Is there focus on profitability reigning in cost?
So, profitability is given for ID. In fact, last 6 months, we are already profitable.
At the EBITDA level?
At EBITDA level. At the corporate EBITDA level, not at regional EBITDA. Corporate EBITDA level, we are positive. And Q4 this year, we are looking at a double-digit EBITDA.
Okay.
That's the plan. So, profitability is not a concern. Coming back on marketing, yes, we did spend a lot of money on marketing. Disproportionately spend on marketing because this is the category conversion exercise. So, once we recruit customers, we are very confident that they will become addicted to or become a regular customer for ID. It will continue for some more years because the focus now is not more on profitability, but more on growth.
Okay. So on growth as well, revenue-wise, you've talked about reaching 1,000 crore revenue in a couple of years.
Yeah. Last year we did 520.
FY23.
FY23. This year we will be close to a 650 is the number that we're looking at.
Okay.
And in 2 years, we should cross 1,000 crore. And that's when we look at an IPO as well.
You've set your eyes on serving some batter on Dalal Street as well.
Then the Dalal Street rolling as well with paratha rolls.
And one last thing, I'm sure you would have seen a lot of incoming interest from the legacy brands in this FMCG space to, either partner or invest or acquire. Have those discussions happened?
There have been many discussions around those times. We're not ready yet. We are still just started the journey. Let's see. Miles to go. We don't need fund now.
Okay.
We have reasonably good cash in hand.
Okay.
And business is profitable and cash flow positive. The only thing that we might look at some funding would be if we get some kind of M&A opportunity for us to buy out some small companies.
Okay, so you would look at acquisitions. Yes. Has that happened?
Some discussions are going on around those lines.
Okay.
We are looking at some inorganic growth. And if that happens, if there's a cash deal, then we will look at some smaller.
And what kind of companies?
Something very well aligned with either with our brand strategy and the distribution strategy.
Okay.
But again, the product has to be clean label. Otherwise, not ID. Cup of tea.
Absolutely. Cup of tea. Would you be
Coffee.
Launching tea as well?
Soon. We are actually looking at launching a tea decoction very soon in the market.
Okay. That's great news for tea lovers because you've had coffee for a while. PC, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Look forward to more such products from
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all in this episode. I'm Mugdha Warrior and you're listening to The Morning Brief. This episode was produced by Sumit Pandey and sound editor Amrit Reji with on-location recording engineer Ashok K. Executive producers are Anupriya Nair, Anirban Chaudhary and Arijit Burman. Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, do share it on your social media networks. A new episode of the Morning Brief podcast drops every Tuesday, Thursday and Friday and streams on Amazon Prime Music, JioSaavn, Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts and of course on ET's own audio platform, ET Play. Thank you for listening and have a great weekend ahead.